alive! Alive!
Is it just me, or is anyone else here hungry?
You know, guys, whole situation, being stuck up here in space, forced to watch cheesy movies, interacting with other life forms, it kind of bites.
You're starting to catch on, Kimasabi.
Missed it by that much.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I know nothing. I'm gonna huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. I'll be back.
Wish I had a monkey.
Warning, warning, warning. My micro-mechanism thanks you. My computer tapes thank you. And I thank you.
Hello? Hello?
And song.
Around here when I finish with your laundry.
He's the man. He's the man.
And don't expect a man to do what a man's gotta do.
Will you shut up?
Silence, you ninny.
Analysis verified.
Hello, friends. I'm your vitamin girl.
Spark, analysis of that last burst of noise before we started losing power.
That sound was the turbulence caused by the penetration of a boundary layer, Captain.
What boundary layer?
Unknown.
The boundary layer between what and what?
Between where we were and where we are.
Are you trying to be funny, Mr. Spark?
It would never occur to me, Captain.
You are in error. You are a biological unit. You are imperfect.
Scott, you didn't transport them into space, did you?
Captain Kirk, that'd be inhuman.
Where are they?
I gave them a very good home, sir.
Where?
I gave them to the Klingons, sir.
Gave them to the Klingons.
Aye, sir. Before they went into warp, I transported the whole kit and caboodle into the air engine room, where there'll be no trouble at all.
Oh, righty then. Here we go. Charge!
Duck.
Welcome to another edition of Max Flat Earth, the movement. In this presentation, we will be dealing with mirrors, telescopes, and the eyes. And let's see beyond the smoke and the mirrors. Stay tuned, folks, and enjoy as we take a look at how this could be, how the telescope works, and how the eyes function. Let's see how this works all together, folks. Let's take a peek into this reality. The eyes are a wonder, as we know, and as everybody knows by now, are the soul to our reality, working hand in hand with your brain. And remember, all the facts, assumptions, or whatever here presented are mine and many, and must be taken with a grain of salt and consumed gradually. Take a look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to ring the bell for further notifications. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Really, your tail's on fire. Ain't I a stinker? Of course you realize this means war.
Here we go. Charge!
Duck.
Lenses. Objectives: to understand the formation of a convex and a concave lens. To understand how these lenses work. Convex lens. Arrange two prisms so that their rectangular rough surfaces are facing each other. Parallel rays incident on the prisms emerge on the other side after refraction and intersect at a point. Insert a few more slabs of rectangular prisms between the two prisms. The parallel rays incident on such an assembly will undergo maximum refraction at its top and bottom. Rays undergo no refraction at the center of the lens. Now, if we arrange two prisms at the sides of this arrangement, then the incident rays emerging from them also converge at the same point. A single piece of glass formed in this fashion is called a convex lens. We can consider these equally curved surfaces of lens to be the small parts of spheres. The centers of these spheres are called the center of curvature of the lens. The radius of the spheres is known as the radius of curvature of the lens. The line joining the center of curvature on both the sides of the lens is known as the principal axis, which passes through the optical center of the lens. Light rays parallel to the principal axis and incident on one side of the lens undergo refraction and converge at a point on the principal axis of the other side. This point is called the focal point or focus of the lens. The distance from the optical center of the lens to the focal point is called the focal length of the lens. The focal length of the lens depends on its curvature. Take two lenses of the same diameter but of different thickness and hence curvature. When parallel light rays are incident on them, you can observe that the light rays passing through the thick lens undergo more refraction and get converged at a shorter distance as compared to the thin lens, which causes less refraction. So we can observe that the thick lens has shorter focal length than the thin lens. The image formed by convex lens in this case is a real image of an object. The convex lens can focus the light from the sun to a point on the other side of the lens. The concentration of light energy at this point causes the paper to heat up and burn. The lens in a human eye is convex in nature. We should not look at the sun directly, as it can damage our eyes permanently. Hence, we have understood that the rays of light incident on convex lens get converged on the other side, so it can also be called as converging lens. Let us look at another kind of lens which diverges the light rays passing through it. Concave lens. Place two prisms with their vertices in contact and arrange a few slabs of rectangular prisms beside each of them. The parallel rays of light falling on such an arrangement refract away from the center. Overall, we can see that light undergoes divergence as it emerges on the other side. A single piece of glass formed in this fashion, having inward curvature, is called a concave lens. Parallel rays of light incident on the concave lens undergo divergence as they emerge on the other side. If the divergent rays are extended backwards, then they appear to meet at one point on the same side of the object. This point is called the focal point of the concave lens. The sun viewed from a concave lens would appear as a point. If you place a paper at this point, it would not be heated. The image formed in this case is a virtual image. Concave lenses are used to correct short-sightedness in people suffering from myopia. Concave lens is also used in peepholes of doors to get a minimized image of the person on the other side of the door. To summarize, we have understood that 1. Light rays parallel to the principal axis and incident on one side of the convex lens undergo refraction and converge at a point on the principal axis of the other side. 2. The focal length of thinner lens is greater than that of the thicker lens. 3. Convex lens produces a real image, that is, an image formed on the other side of the object. 4. Parallel rays of light incident on a concave lens undergo divergence as they emerge on the other side. 5. Concave lens produces a virtual image, that is, an image formed on the same side.
Get over here, you idiot. No, cold, warm, warmer. Okay, little duck. Bon voyage. What an imbecile. What an ultramaroon. Holy cats, I've been drafted! Charge!
Vision is the dominant sense for most people with sight. The organ of sight is the eye. Think of it as a slightly irregular, hollow sphere that takes in light and translates it into images. If we enlarge the eye and look inside it, we can discover how that's done. Inside the eye are various structures working together to create an image the brain can understand. Among these are the cornea, a clear dome-like structure covering the iris or colored part of the eye, the lens directly below it, and the retina, which lines the back of the eye. The retina consists of thin layers of light-sensitive tissue. This candle can help us understand how the eye captures images and then sends them to the brain. First, the candlelight passes through the cornea. As it does, it's bent or refracted onto the lens. As the light passes through the lens, it's bent a second time. Finally, it arrives at the retina, where an image is formed. This double bending, though, has reversed the image and turned it upside down. If that was the end of the story, the world would always appear upside down. Fortunately, the image is turned right side up in the brain. Before that can happen, the image needs to travel as impulses along the optic nerve and enter the brain's occipital lobe. When the image forms there, it regains its proper perspective. Now let's consider two common conditions that cause blurry vision. The eye's shape is important for keeping things in focus. With normal vision, light focuses precisely on the retina at a location called the focal point. But what happens if the eye is longer than normal? The longer the eye, the more distance there is between the lens and retina. But the cornea and lens still bend light the same way. That means the focal point will be somewhere in front of the retina rather than on it. This makes it difficult to see things that are far away. A person with a long eye is said to be nearsighted. Glasses with concave lenses can correct nearsightedness. The lens widens the plane of light coming through the cornea. That pushes the focal point back onto the retina. Farsightedness is just the opposite. The eye's length is too short. When that happens, the focal point is behind the retina, so it's difficult to see things that are up close. Glasses with convex lenses narrow the plane of light. Narrowing the light passing through the cornea moves the focal point back onto the retina.
Pull a knife on me, would you? Why, you... I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Real and virtual images. Generally, incident rays start from an object. Such objects are called real objects. When the rays from a point object are reflected from a mirror, the reflected rays meet at some other point. The other point is called the image of the object. If the light rays after reflection actually meet at the point, then the point image is called a real image. Real images are always inverted. Real images and the path of the rays which form them are shown by continuous lines. If the light rays after reflection appear to come from the point, then point image is called a virtual image. Virtual images are always erect and the path of the rays forming them is shown by dotted lines.
Duck. What's cooking, Doc? Ain't I a stinker? I refuse to look up any more reference because you talked mean to me. Say you're sorry. You'll be sorry! Why, you dirty little... little stool pigeon! You double-crossing little mutt! Let me at him! Let me at him! I'll tear him apart! Let me at him! I'll brutalize him! Ah, you fool! You toil, you! That gullible. What an in-cow poop. Duck. Personally, I think the guy's a phony. Could I please take my prize as an egg and go home now? I'm not feeling too well. I wet myself. He sure went for all the extras. Let him alone. Here we could go again.
Self-destruct in 15 minutes. There will be no further audio warnings.
I'm a sweater, I'm a roaster, I'm a man and this day is a blazer. I'm boiler, I'm toiler, I'm in a daze, oh this day was a blazer. All the water's gone, all the trees are dry, there's no more water, there's no tears to cry. It's a
This is a friendly message to everyone. Folks, I never monetize any of my videos. So if you see ads on my videos, they are from a third party, the copyright over. If you want to get rid of those annoying ads, please install AdBlock Plus on your browser and get rid of those annoying ads forever.
Doesn't anyone knock anymore?
Why are you torturing me?
What's up, Beaver Puss?
You clean up nice, kid.
Hey, look, fellas, I'm a airplane. Your brother blows bubble gum. Hey, I bet that was a... Hey, do you think that... Hey, could that have been a... gremlin? It ain't Vendo Milky!
Hey, who plugged up the hole? Here we go. Charge!
Hello friends, if you go telescope shopping, you'll notice that there are two main types on the market, refracting telescopes and reflecting telescopes. The first telescopes popped up in Europe in the early 1600s. These designs use lenses to enlarge distant objects. This type of telescope, relying on lenses alone, is called a refracting telescope. The first refracting telescopes used a design that is now known as a Galilean refractor. A convex lens objective and a concave lens eyepiece are used to magnify distant objects' apparent diameters. These telescopes are quite easy to use as they produce an image that is both right side up and true in the left or right sense. Today, Galilean refractors are mostly sold as novelty items and are sometimes called spyglasses. If you were to purchase a modern refracting telescope, it would almost certainly be constructed using a slightly modified design, a Keplerian refractor. Keplerian refractors still use a convex lens objective, but have a longer focal length, with a convex lens eyepiece set behind the focal plane. This creates an image that is inverted, both vertically and horizontally, but the Keplerian design is still preferred over the Galilean because it allows for a larger apparent field of view. Keplerian refractors are great for the amateur astronomer and are super common, but refracting telescopes do have their limitations, the main three of which are spherical aberration, chromatic aberration, and lens sag. Spherical aberration occurs because spherical lenses do not bring parallel light rays to a perfect focus. Each part of the lens refracts light somewhat differently. This causes a slight blurring of images, but can be corrected by using an objective lens that is parabolic rather than spherical. Chromatic aberration is caused because simple glass lenses refract shorter wavelengths of light more than longer wavelengths. This problem can be mostly corrected by employing compound lenses. These are lenses made with two different types of glass, each with different refractive properties. Lens sag occurs only in the largest of refracting telescopes, but it's the main limiting factor of refracting telescopes as they get larger and larger. Glass is not perfectly rigid, and as lenses are made larger and larger, they become so heavy that the lens shape becomes distorted by its own weight. And there's really no way to fix lens sag, except to not use a lens to capture and focus the light. Enter the reflecting telescope. Isaac Newton discovered that if you use a concave mirror as your objective, your image is free from chromatic aberration. And better yet, because mirrors can be supported from behind, they can be made much larger than lenses without the sag problem. And remember, the larger the objective, the more light that can be gathered. Newton's design is still used in many reflecting telescopes today. A concave mirror is placed at the end of a large tubular housing. The other end of the tube is open to let in the light. Within the tube, a small flat mirror is placed at a 45-degree angle. This small mirror reflects light out through an opening in the side of the telescope's housing containing a convex eyepiece. There's just a few limitations to this design. This little mirror does block some of the incoming light, slightly reducing the effective surface area of the objective, but usually only by a few percent at most. Also, some people find it awkward to look sideways at objects. One way to fix this latter problem is by using a different method to get light to the eyepiece. The Cassegrain reflector uses a small mirror that is not angled, but is instead convex, reflecting light back towards an opening in the center of the objective mirror that contains the convex lens eyepiece. As you can imagine, both the small secondary mirror and the opening in the objective reduce the effective surface area of the objective mirror, but just like the Newtonian design, this reduction is rather small. In general, reflective telescopes are preferred by professional astronomers because the larger objective allows for more light to be captured. This way, dimmer objects can be seen with more detail and resolution. However, there's absolutely nothing wrong with refracting telescopes. They're great for hobbyists as they do a pretty good job and don't require much maintenance at all. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed learning about the differences between refracting and reflecting telescopes. There are many different specific designs out there, including many variations on the 4 designs I showed you in this video, but hopefully this has given you enough to feel informed about the subject.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. I'll grind your bones to make me bread. Pleasure, believe me. Well, it seems like a reasonable request. I'll twig that rabbit. I'll set my rabbit trap. Come back here, you widow stinkers.
Right or wrong, the watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision. Right or wrong, the watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision. Like other moral decisions, it will have an effect on other people. Make them also choose right from wrong. Try to see how various people decide what is right. What is important? Try to judge their decisions. Cover up. Right or wrong. Get into the toilet.
You haven't got any right to ask me.
Not really, Ron.
Scary. Right or wrong, the watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision. Get tough with it. Every decision we make, every action we take, affects the lives of others around us. You can make him talk. As you watch a chain of decisions, try to see how various people decide what is right.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Try to judge their decisions.
Turn against them.
Like other moral decisions, it will have an effect on other people. Make them also choose right from wrong. That is important. That is important. That is important.
It'll be much easier for you if you help. I guess you know that.
Right or wrong, that is important. Right or wrong, that's up to you. Right or wrong, the watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision. Right or wrong, the watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision. Like other moral decisions, it will have an effect on other people. Make them also choose right from wrong. Try to see how various people decide what is right. What is important? Try to judge their decisions.
Cover up.
Right or wrong.
Get into the toilet.
You haven't got any right to ask me.
Not really wrong.
Willful and malicious destruction.
Scary.
Willful and malicious destruction. Right or wrong? Malicious. The watchman has made his decisions. A moral decision.
Get tough with him.
Every decision we make, every action we take, affects the lives of others around us.
You can make him talk.
As you watch a chain of decisions, try to see how various people decide what is right.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Try to judge their decisions.
Turn against them.
Like other moral decisions, it will have an effect on other people. Make them also choose right from wrong.
That isn't important. That isn't important. That isn't important. It'll be much easier for you if you help us. I guess you know that.
Right or wrong?
That isn't important.
Right or wrong? That's up to you.
Bent on self-preservation.
You let go of me! I am going to scream and I'm going to stop screaming!
Wait! I haven't tried toadying, kowtowing, or butt kissing yet. I'm still begging here. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
If you touch one more thing...
Shh! I'm about to defy you. Here we go. Charge!
Противостояние на Украине зашло в тупик. Пикетирование административных зданий продолжается, хотя повод для уличных протестов, похоже, исчерпан. Глава правительства призвал протестующих к диалогу, но те не торопятся.
Им оказывается очень комфортно в проходных коридорах власти.
Что касается событий в Украине, то это напоминает мне больше не революцию, а попытка оппозиции раскачать легитимную власть в стране. Все, что сейчас происходит, это в том, что это совсем не революция, а хорошо подготовленные акции, что мы видим с телевизоров, как есть хорошо подготовленные и обученные группы боевиков.
try to make it silent with barrel of God. Democracy in action, I hear they call it so. Had a night from government, and he has no sense at all. I'm dying on the square. I'm dying on the square. Do you believe it's here? Speaking on the screen, they say what we are fanners. Are you believing in democracy in action? I hear they call it so. There's no right, there's only light. It's 1984. I'm dying on the square. I'm dying on the square.
What's up, Croc? What are you shooting at, Doc?
Rabbits. I hate rabbits. If there's anything I hate more than a rabbit, it's two rabbits.
There. I think everything's ready. What? It'll be a pleasure, believe me. Wabbit twacks, wabbit hole, wabbit twap. Wabbits love cowards.
Yes? What about the duck? Oh, righty then. Here we go. Charge!
My name is Dr. Daniel Paul Schraber. I am just a man. I help the strangers conduct their experiments. I have betrayed my own kind. You are confused, aren't you? Frightened. That's all right. I can help you. Who is this? I am a doctor. Now you must listen to me. You have lost your memory. There was an experiment. Something went wrong. Your memory was erased. Do you understand me?
No, I don't understand. What the hell is going on here?
Just listen. There are people coming for you, even as we speak. You must not let them find you. You must leave now. Hello? Are you there?
Where you headed, Chief?
Home.
And where's home?
Haven't you mugs got anything better to do?
Well, I'm just trying to do my job, May.
Well, there's the killer out there in case you hadn't noticed. Maybe you should be out looking for him instead of cooling your heels, huh?
So it seems you've discovered your unpleasant nature.
How are you?
We might ask the same question. City's ours, we made it.
What are you talking about?
We fashioned this city on stolen memories. Different eras, different pasts, all rolled into one. Each night we revise it, refine it, in order to learn.
Learn what?
About you, Mr. Murdoch, you and your fellow inhabitants. What makes you human?
When the marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me.
And so there came a point in our evolution when we didn't guide life by distrusting our instincts, and had to think about it, and had to purposely arrange and discipline and push our lives around in accordance with foresight and words and systems of symbols, accountancy, calculation, and so on. And then we worry. Once you start thinking about things, you worry as to whether you've thought enough.
Grab a hold, take my hand and follow me. Where we're going, there are things for the eye to see. When you're over there, you'll feel it all around. Let it all come through, our love for you. There ain't a thing
Gladiator. Here we go. Charge! Duck.